Hello everyone, welcome to the presentation of our paper, Responsible Innovation of Touchless Haptics, a prospective design exploration in social interaction, which is a collaboration between University College London, Ultralib and University of Copenhagen. My name is Patricia Cornelio and I would like to thank the people involved in this project. Today there is an accelerated development of touchless systems and particularly of ultrasound-based meter haptics. The principles of ultrasound for meter haptics are currently used in novel interaction paradigms previously only seen in science fiction movies. We can now touch holograms, levitate objects, and interact with them in environments in which we not only see and hear, but also feel and even smell and taste. This technology is also able to convey information with potential for conveying emotions. It has become wearable and not limited to hand feedback but also other body parts. Some of these features suggest potential for dynamic and more natural scenarios such as home environments, in-vehicle scenarios, and online shopping. This accelerated development, increasingly involving social interactions, raises two questions. What will the next generation of social touchless systems be like? And how can we responsibly develop new touchless technologies in the future? To answer these questions, in this paper we adopt a prospective design approach to explore how experts envision the future of social touchless experiences and identify possible risks and responsibilities. To do so, we first brought together 20 experts to ideate, speculate, and evaluate possible touchless applications for social interactions, and we then critically analyzed ideas proposed by experts through a responsible innovation framework and identified key ethical considerations. To answer our first question, what will the next generation of social touchless systems be like, we conducted 2 consecutive workshops. The workshops consisted of 20 experts from academia and industry currently working on designing, developing, and evaluating touchless haptics technology. They had an average experience of 5 years working with touchless haptics, with mixed backgrounds including computer science, engineering, human-computer interaction, and cognitive neuroscience. They were distributed across 4 different countries and selected as a part of a cross-national research project, the Touchless Project. In the 2 workshops, we used the Disney creative strategy, which consists of 3 different roles. The dreamer, to create as many ideas as possible. The realist, to propose solutions for the different ideas. And the critic, to foresee potential issues in advance. The first workshop consisted of dreaming and realizing in groups, followed by a general discussion, while the second workshop consisted of realizing and criticizing, followed by a general discussion as well. We generated 48 ideas from the 2 consecutive workshops, and we systematically analyzed those ideas using a responsible innovation framework. From analyzing the ideas proposed by experts, we identified concepts that can describe how experts envision the future of touchless systems. We also identified the main social benefits highlighted by experts, as well as the principal critical responsibilities they raised. Then, to answer our second question, how can we responsibly develop new touchless technologies in the future? We submitted the data obtained from the workshops to a thematic analysis. From this analysis, we identify 4 themes. In the first theme, reduction of complex psychosocial experiences to digital touch sensations, we identify a positivist interpretation of emotion as something which can be codified and transported largely intact between individuals. For example, experts reflected a view that intimate emotions could be shared between friends and family in ideas like photos with touch, virtual handshakes, and touching hands content. Participants often suggested that emotion and touch are interchangeable. Closeness, companionship, and empathy are all described as being achievable through digital touch applications. They reflected this view in ideas such as empathy-based learning and sending touch sensations to alleviate isolation. Sensations are imagined to be translatable cross-modally. This was reflected in ideas related to transposing audio experiences to haptic sensations. Finally, experts suggested that digital touch sensations can replace people, objects, and relationships. This was reflected in ideas about conveying digital touch to communicate people with partners and friends. The second theme identified is all applications are assumed to have benefits, in which we noted that complex social problems are imagined as having simple technical solutions. For example, digital meter haptics is imagined as being able to improve performance and well-being, substitute for other senses, regulate impulses, bring distant people together, and share experiences such as landing on Mars. In the third theme, risks do not include social values. we noted that the risks are largely characterized as technical challenges that need to be overcome. Once the technical challenge is solved, the innovation can proceed. This was reflected in the great interest of experts in solving technical challenges such as latency and intensity. In the fourth theme, Who is Imagined?, we identified a list of stakeholders. However, the list of impacted communities is still narrow and not distinguished by social groups such as race, gender, wealth, geography, and age. Next, we discussed the four themes in relation to a responsible innovation framework which emphasize anticipation, reflexivity, inclusivity, and responsiveness. For anticipation, we reflected upon the question, what kind of social world is imagined? The data suggests that experts imagine a world in which complex psychosocial relationships can be codified and digitized in such a way as to replace people, objects, memories, and experiences with digital touch sensations. The experts' view about future touchless systems could bring challenges, for example, related to sexual harassment and legal regulations. Anticipation can be explored through a variety of formats such as anticipatory governance, constructive technology assessment, horizon scanning, foresight, speculative design, and fiction-oriented scenario planning. For reflexivity, we reflected upon the question, why is the technology being developed? The underlying social problems identified by experts are largely in the fields of leisure and entertainment, as well as in replacing missing or distant people, objects, and experiences. Risks and challenges could be related to assuming that emotions are experienced in the same way by different people. This could produce that we miss the important cultural and political dimensions of the issue in our search for technical answers. Reflexivity encourages us to broaden our understanding of social context, recognizing that innovation happens in socio-technical systems and that these systems involve many stakeholders who might have something to say about our work. For inclusivity, we reflected upon the question, who is imagined to be benefited? During the workshops, experts envisioned scenarios benefiting different stakeholders, but they did not distinguish by the kind of social groups that prior analyses have shown to be typically disproportionately affected by the risks and benefits of new technologies. Risks could be related to a great emphasis on gaming, leisure, and entertainment directed to wealthier users. This emphasis could be ignoring marginalized communities that might also benefit from novel touchless technologies. We need to think beyond the immediate users or conventional stakeholders that we might be familiar with to consider who else might benefit from our work. For responsiveness, we reflected upon the question, how can we responsibly develop new touchless systems? The workshops have indicated that there is a scope for including a more diverse range of perspectives in how the future of touchless systems is imagined. Challenges are related to how can the insights from anticipation, reflection, and inclusion align our technical capacities and resources with the needs of diverse social groups. Innovators who remain open, adaptable, and flexible are best placed to behave in ethical and socially responsible ways. Through anticipating unexpected consequences, reflecting on the purpose of the technology, and including a wide range of communities, we can take action to start crafting the regulations and frameworks that future touchless systems would require. But such solutions should be responsive to new knowledge as this emerges. To synthesize our work, we propose a set of guidelines to inform future developments of responsible touchless systems, bridging technical challenges individually with responsibilities for design. Becoming aware of future touchless experiences in today's technical problem-solving challenges, preserving individuality, emotional expressiveness in the effort of generalizable design, thinking about long-term desired and undesired consequences responsibly early on, and thinking about the user more diversely.